Part 239. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2381. And Tai Shuja also became the biggest winner among the tutors because he accepted more than 100 students as disciples in one go. It's just that the Grand Uncle G at this moment is not as excited as he imagined. Boy, I've made it clear to you. I said that I will provide you with training resources, but I only said it to you. There are more than 100 people. I can't bear it. Too much. It can't be cultivated at all. Take one, who would have thought that there would be so many? Taishuji was gasping for breath while making complaints from the sidelines. At this moment, the desire to make complaints seemed particularly strong. While talking, he inexplicably felt the melon seeds in his head bursting. It was too difficult. Master, don't worry. I have my own measure. Whatever, just discuss it. Fang Fan waved his hand and said casually. Uncle G then explained a lot of things. I didn't realize before that this famous necromancer is actually a talkative. Here are 100 Tianyuan pills, which are mainly used for your cultivation. Basically, you can take them from the quasi-sacred realm to the 5-star sanctuary realm, and it can speed up your cultivation speed by almost 30 to 50%. This is 100 holy spring pills, which can heal injuries, and the effect is not bad. This is 100 UN explosive pills. Use them when you are about to die. They can double your combat power in an instant. Well, there are still some sequelae, so don't use them for nothing. Taishuji was talking, and then delivered 3 small bottles, each containing 100 pills. What are the sequelae of this explosive UN pill? Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, and then asked. Actually, it's not too much of a side effect. After taking it, there is a certain probability of dying from a heart attack. The probability is not high. It takes about 10 pills to be recruited. The mortality rate is less than 10%. Don't worry. Taishuji spoke calmly. Fang Fan's lips moved accordingly. It's called a casual. This is so difficult. Nearly 10% death rate is so indifferent to your old eyes. Treat human life like nothing. Fang Fan was deeply moved, and had a new understanding of this necromancer. Okay, let's leave it at that for the time being. I don't want to recruit the more than 100 people in this class except you. You are in charge of the people you recruit. I don't care about their affairs, it's all up to you to arrange. Just finished choosing a mentor today. You should still have a lot of things. I'll leave first, just come to the mentor's dormitory area to find me anytime. Uncle G explained a few times, and then ran away. Fang Fan looked at the 3 bottles of pills in his hand, and fell into a short thought. Brother Fang Fan, the uncle's mentor is so generous. This elixir is hard to find on the market. Worthy of being an alchemist of the peak saint level, it is really extraordinary. Gisha on the side stepped forward in admiration. While talking, his face couldn't help showing envy. These pills are precious. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes and subconsciously asked. It's more than precious. Tian Yuan pill, explosive UN pill, and Sheng Chun pill are all holy level pills. And it's from the hands of a pinnacle saint level alchemist. The effect can be imagined. Although it looks simple, every elixir probably needs millions of star cores. 300. Phew, these are estimated to cost more than 1 billion low-grade star cores. Just wave your hand and that's it? Too strong. While Gisha was talking, the envy on his face was beyond words. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2382. The analysis is quite thorough. It was 1 billion UN at the first shot. Fang Fan nodded secretly. It was indeed generous enough. Ordinary Saint Venerable Realm cultivators have billions of low-grade star cores on their bodies. Boy Fang Fan, those pills are given to us by our master, how about sharing some with me? Hearing that the elixir was worth a lot, Bai Piao's eyes widened, and he moved over to prepare for the autumn wind. Is it? Did master say we used it together? Why don't you ask again? Didn't you hear clearly what master said just now? From now on, I will take care of you all. I am your elder brother, understand? Junior brother Bai Piao. Fang Fan glanced at Bai Piao, then smiled and said, he knows exactly what this guy is up to. She still wanted to show off in front of him. Fang Fan, don't be so big or small. If you are talking about seniority, I should be the big brother. Bai Piao was immediately unconvinced, and wanted to come up and argue, but obviously it didn't work. Master, the road outside is blocked. Galen stepped forward and said with a strange expression. At this moment, after the first floor of the tower of the academy, the sea of people is full of people. In various places, there are many small stands with clear banners, and there are some slogans on them. This is the major clubs coming to attract new students. This is an essential procedure for every session. Today's popularity seems to be more vigorous. Gisha raised his head to take a look, then took a breath and said, Brother Fang Fan. Ah ha ha ha. Long time no see. Brother, you misses you so much. Really, miss me? At this moment, a young man dressed in black warrior costume suddenly appeared in the distance. His whole body was ordinary, except for his eyes that were black and shiny. As if to rush over to give Fang Fan a hug. Fang Fan took 2 steps back. What is there to hug two big men? Fang Fan's eyes immediately focused on the face of the black-robed young man. He could be sure that he had never seen it before. Who are you? Have we met? Fang Fan glanced at the young man in black robe, then said indifferently. It's like an old friend I haven't seen for tens of thousands of years. Oh. She has such a temperament. Student Fang Fan, don't take offense. Tiandao society produces a lot of reckless men. His name is Zhuoqiu Yao. As the vice president of Tiandao society, he still has such a cynical look. Seeing him like this, Junior Fang Fan should know the situation of Tiandao society. At this time, a young woman dressed in white and pink came from not far away, showing endless charm all over her body. The exposed white thighs are quite visually impactful. And who are you? Fang Fan had a headache, he didn't know any of them. I'm Chu Sisi, the president of the Guangming Society. I've met Junior Fang Fan. I don't know if Junior Fang Fan is willing to join my Guangming Society and participate in this grand event. While talking, Chu Sisi, the president of the Guangming Society, walked a few steps towards where Fang Fan was. While talking, he was full of charm. The smell is quite pungent. Fang Fan could even hear the voices of the 2 people beside him swallowing their saliva. Bai Piao's virtue is relatively normal. This guy has completely let himself go recently, as if he has a mysterious obsession with beautiful women. As for Gui Sha, Fang Fan has always thought that he should be a gentleman. Now it seems that he is indeed a hypocrite. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2383. Chu Sisi. Put away your hooking methods. My brother Fang Fan will never fall for your tricks. Brother Fang Fan, I have watched your previous battles. Join me in Tiandao Club, we are the only ones along the way. In the future at Tiandao Club, I will take you flying. Zhou Kaiyao, the vice president of Tiandao Society, was talking and then stepped forward and wanted to hook Fang Fan's shoulders. Fang Fan cleverly avoided them one by one. Yo! Zhuoqiu Yao, you have such a big tone. If the Tiandeo Club is really sincere, why doesn't your president come? What is the meaning of calling a vice president like you to come here? It's clear that you look down on our Junior Fang Fan. Junior Fang Fan, join my Guangming Club. Our Guangming Society receives the most sponsorships every year. If you join my Guangming Society, I will directly give you the position of Deputy Minister. You know, in the history class of the Guangming Society, there are no freshmen who can serve as deputy ministers. Brother Fang Fan, can you feel what I mean? Chu Ceci, the president of Guangming Society, gave a charming smile, and then those soft and slender hands liked to rub Fang Fan's body consciously or unconsciously. This performance is simply not too obvious. Fang Fan subconsciously raised his eyebrows. Who can resist this? The president personally got on the horse and hooked up. Fang Fan squirmed his lips, unable to utter some words. This is my husband. At this time, Xiao Liulai gritted her teeth and walked over, and then stood beside Fang Fan, as if she was demonstrating. The little tiger teeth were gradually exposed, and her beautiful eyes stared at Chu Ceci, the president of the Guangming Society. That jealous expression couldn't be too cute. To put it bluntly, it is to make Chu Ceci give up those unrealistic and messy ideas. Chu Ceci, the president of Guangming Society, was stunned for a moment subconsciously, but she was not embarrassed, but showed a generous expression. Seeing that the conversation between Fang Fan and Chu Ceci was on the right track, Zhou Qiuyeo, the vice president of Tiandeo Society, became anxious for a moment. He came with a mission. And he really took a fancy to Fang Fan's future. Once Tiandeo Society wins over such a character, after a few years, this Guangming Academy will be the Tiandeo Society's world, which can be regarded as a wave of training in advance. Brother Fang Fan, come to Tiandeo Club and let you be a minister. Zhou Qiuyeo, vice president of Tiandeo Society, waved his hand and said righteously. As soon as Zhou Qiuyeo finished speaking, Kui Qing, the head of the logistics department of Tiandeo Society, who was standing beside him, became anxious. Zhuo Qiuyao, you, don't make random promises, the minister only needs the president's promise. Kui Qing, head of the logistics department of Tiandeo Society, knew Zhou Qiuyeo's temperament too well, and she definitely couldn't lose with this mouth. But you can't say those fake words, can you? That seems too empty. Their conversation was considered secret, but it was still captured one by Chu Ceci, the president of the Guangming Society. He, Vice President Zhuo, don't make random promises. It will be really embarrassing if you can't carry it out. School Fang Fan, they don't have the authority to promise you the position of minister, but I can. You come to my Guangming Society and directly serve as the minister. I, Chu Ceci, will definitely carry out what I say. I also hope that all the juniors and juniors around you can join my Guangming Society. Let's work together, and our Guangming Club will definitely become the #1 club in Guangming Academy. If you have any conditions, you can mention them casually. As long as it's something I can agree to, anything is fine. A hero like Junior Fang Fan, I don't know how many people have fallen in love with him. Anything is fine. Chu Ceci, the president of the Guangming Society, gradually changed his expression while talking. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2384. Looking at this posture, I always feel that there is something wrong. Fang Fan rolled his eyes subconsciously, and then took a deep breath. Good guy, this hint is too obvious. Anything can be. I repeated it again. It is clearly a space for people to think crookedly. Fang Fan's thoughts moved slightly, and the various thoughts in his mind gradually became more compact. This has just arrived at the first floor of the tower of the academy, and before I can get out, it is not blocked. Brother Fang Fan is worthy of being the proud son of heaven. The president and vice president of the Guangming Society of Tiandao Society have come to recruit you, and even offered such a high price. Hey, it's not like us, no one cares. Gisha was deeply moved. They all came out of the same trench, the gap is too big. There is quite a slap in the face, the gap has always been so obvious, it's useless. I don't know which side Brother Fang Fan intends to choose. We have to make a choice. Everything is based on Brother Fang Fan's will. I don't want to become a competitor with Brother Fang Fan in the future. That will be my greatest sorrow. Gui Sha shrugged, speaking very truthfully. Since you can't beat Fang Fan, just choose to hang out with Fang Fan, it's too easy. Fang Fan, hurry up, choose the Guangming Society. Let's all go to the Guangming Society. Hiss, I see this Guangming Society has a bright future. While talking, Bai Biao hurriedly nodded, his expression was too real. Fang Fan glanced at Bai Biao's position, what is this guy so excited about? Is this to express the meaning of the horse? There is a problem with this way of expressing it at a glance. This guy has bad intentions. The high probability is that the president of the Guangming Society is alluring, so even the person and soul are hooked away. No. You can't join the Guangming Society. Look at the president of the Guangming Society, how good can this society be? Absolutely not. Xiao Liyulai resolutely resisted. In fact, the reason is very simple, she is afraid that Fang Fan will be hooked up by the little goblin directly. Overall, it's still possible. Although Fang Fan has always been a person with a strong bottom line, if someone keeps pushing his bottom line, he may be corrupted a little bit. Cough, with all due respect. Miss Li Yulai, don't be angry when I say this, I'm just talking about the facts. That is, if Brother Fang Fan really joins the Guangming Society, then what, if there is such a chance that Chu Sisi, the president of the Guangming Society, may be conquered, then the Guangming Society will be the world of Brother Fang Fan in the future. If I have the charm of Brother Fang Fan, I will definitely not think about it. Gui Sha said secretly, this guy can't get rid of the common problem of being a man. This wave after wave is clearly doing something. You men don't have a good thing. Xiao Liyulai stomped her feet and said angrily. All of them, all these messy things are in their minds. Damn it! Xiao Liyulai thought to herself, then subconsciously clenched her fists. Fang Fan stood where he was, not expressing his feelings. In the Guangming Academy, the Guangming Society and the Tiandao Society are the two largest societies. There are other societies of all sizes, but compared with these two, they are insignificant and not worth mentioning. In order to avoid more troubles in the future, it is no problem to pick a society to join. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2385. As for which club to choose, it is very important. It might cause trouble. Fang Fan's thoughts moved slightly, and his eyes shone with a different kind of light. At this moment, the quotations of the two companies are rising steadily. Brother Fang Fan, don't listen to this woman. This woman is definitely not as pure and kind as she appears on the surface. Come to Tiandao Club, I, the vice president, will let you do it. I, Zhuoqiu Yao, will do what I say. Let's do it manly. Zhuoqiu Yao hurriedly yelled from the side, seeing that the situation was not quite right. If it continued to delay, Tiandao Society would really lose Fang Fan. At this time, Kui Qing, the head of the logistics department of the Tiandao Society standing beside Zhuoqiu Yao, continued, Zhuoqiu Yao, how could you? You shut up. Damn it. It's really not labor management sexism. A thing with long hair and short knowledge. Which woman is like you, talking so much nonsense? I said I'll be fine, what are you doing here? Come on, there's more nonsense. Don't talk so much nonsense just because you have an affair with the president. I'm the vice president, and you're a minister. Do you know that? Zhou Qiuyao exploded directly, then glared at Kui Qing, the head of the logistics department of Tiandao Society beside him, and muttered angrily, "It's already this time, and you still don't have any clues in your heart? Can't the nonsense be a little less? You rogue. Shameless." Kui Qing, head of the logistics department of Tiandao Society, had red eyes, then yelled twice, stomped her feet and ran away. Zhuo Qiuyao suddenly looked relaxed, and finally no one restrained him. This woman is here to influence his performance. Brother Fang Fan, forgive me, women, you just don't know enough. I'm here to tell you the truth. Our president will graduate soon, and I will definitely be the president of Tiandao Society by then. I will appoint you as the next president of Tiandao Society, absolutely no problem. If a gentleman promises, 1,000 gold is hard to find. Brother Fang Fan, you must trust me. My Zhuo Qiuyao's mouth is a bit fast, but I will never tell lies. While Zhuo Qiuyao was talking, the excitement on his face was beyond words, and as various words were expressed, his eyes became more and more firm. This wave after wave, the meaning expressed is quite sincere. Before the old president moved, he began to search for a new successor for himself. Fang Fan glanced at this Zhuo Qiuyao, and immediately felt that this is also a great man. Brother Fang Fan, our Guangming Club is not bad at all. If you want to be the next president of the Guangming Society, I can help too. More importantly, senior sister is very good at loving people. Chu Sisi, the president of Guangming Society, suddenly showed a proper blush on his face, and his sleepy and convincing posture was fully exposed. Bai Biao on the side was already fascinated by the obsession. Fang Fan, it's still senior sister Xiang. Senior or something, what's the use of it? Hey hey. The expression on Bai Biao's face became more and more perverted. Fang Fan rubbed his head, feeling quite a headache at the moment. None of them are fuel-efficient lamps. You can't choose the Guangming Society. Because that woman is so beautiful. As soon as Xiao Liulai was in a hurry, she said everything, and her beauty became a reason for objection. In fact, Fang Fan had his own plan in mind from the beginning. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2386. The Guangming Society and the Tiandao Society actually have different focuses. The Bright Society is basically filled with powerful descendants of the Temple of the Light Alliance, so relatively speaking, the sponsorship and funds are relatively sufficient, but what matches it is that there are too many broken things, and you must pay attention to bloodlines if you work in it. A descendant of the Holy One will come at every turn, who can stand it? Therefore, most of the high-quality students of the Priest Academy will hang out in the Guangming Society. As for the Tiandao Society, it is relatively complicated, but generally speaking, it is judged by fists, and there are not so many detours. It is full of a large number of students from the God of War Academy. When Fang Fan was fooling around with Murongyu before, he figured out these situations clearly. The key to the problem now is how to make a comprehensive choice. If he joins the Guangming Society, looking at the appearance of the president of the Guangming Society, Chu Sisi, I am afraid that Fang Fan will most likely not be able to escape the unspoken rules. Fang Fan has always felt that he is a person with a bottom line. If you can't eat soft rice or something, don't eat it. If you really want to eat it, you can only eat it hard. As for joining the Tiandao Club, it's relatively simple, and you can beat all dissatisfied with a pair of fists. I choose Tiandao Club. The word Tiandao sounds a bit pretentious. Fang Fan shrugged, and then casually found a reason. Chu Ceci, the president of Guangming Society, only felt 10,000 question marks flashing in front of his forehead. Is this the reason? Brother Fang Fan, are you really not thinking about it anymore? Senior sister sincerely invited you. Senior sister's heart for you, can't you feel it? If you join the Guangming Society, you can do whatever you want. Chu Ceci smiled charmingly, thinking about making the last effort. Thank you, President Chu, for your attention, but this brother Zhuokyu and I hit it off right away, so, you know. Fang Fan smiled indifferently, and rejected it directly. Brother Fang Fan, if you think so, you are right. Congratulations, you have chosen a sunny avenue. If you want me to say, it should be like this. The others are bullshit. Come to our Tiandao club, we two brothers will conquer the world. Which of our two brothers will be with whom? In the future, we will discuss it in the Tiandao Society. Tiandao Club is the world of our brothers. Zhou Qiuyeo, the vice president of Tiandao Society, couldn't close his mouth with a smile. He had already edited something, and then he walked excitedly to Fang Fan's side. Of course, it goes without saying that he called him brother, and the smile on his face was very real. True temperament. As for the other bells and whistles, I don't care at all. In this wave of solicitation, because of Fang Fan's choice, it is obvious that Tiandao Club took the lead. Bai Biao and Gui Sha on the side secretly. Although they felt sorry, they still followed Fang Fan and chose to join the Tiandao Society. Gui Sha's mind is very simple, that is, never to be an enemy of Fang Fan. To be Fang Fan's enemy is simply too painful, it's not worth it. As for Bai Biao, he has followed Fang Fan the longest, so he naturally knows Fang Fan's devilish nature, so don't go against Fang Fan, otherwise you must be the one who regrets it. Anyway, basically there is a corresponding regulation on this matter. The matter is completely resolved, but it is also a great joy. Xiao Liulai on the side also had a smile on her face, holding Fang Fan's arm with both hands, and never let go. In her heart, she actually felt that Fang Fan chose to join Tiandao Club just to consider her feelings. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2387. Thinking about it this way, the sweet feeling in Xiao Liulai's heart became more and more intense, and this feeling echoed in her mind. To some extent, she felt an inextricable feeling. Brother Fang Fan, you have just entered the school, and now you have joined our Tiandao Society. I will handle the relevant procedures for you later. Oh, by the way, I'm in the prefecture level dormitory area. Today is my junior year. If you need anything in the future, just call me. If you need any help in life, just ask me. Brother Fang Fan, cough, then what? I want to discuss something with you. Zhuokyu Yao suddenly started winking, and his expression gradually became obscene. Fang Fan just looked at him like this. He is also the vice president of Tiandao Society, why does he feel even more unreliable than Bai Biao? And this mouth seems to have never stopped from the beginning to the end, it is completely talkative. Fang Fan had a headache for a while, then silently glanced at Zhuokyu Yao, and waited for the next sentence. What's the matter? Just open your mouth. Fang Fan shrugged and said directly. Cough, it's really nothing, just, that is, if you come across that kind of big deal of 20 to 30 billion next time, remember to call me. Among other things, I'm definitely good at fighting. When the time comes, just cheer with me. Damn, cultivating too much star core. Especially for those with poor talent like me, it's even more difficult to practice. Hey, speaking of which, I still envy brother Fang Fan. Although the mentor Taishu is called a necromancer, this reputation is not very good, but Hyudozi is also famous, and he is very generous to his apprentice. Brother Fang Fan has probably been handed out hundreds of various pills, right? Teacher Grand Uncle is a pinnacle alchemy alchemist, too strong. It's not like my dead ghost Dean, master, it's so humming deducted. I don't want to talk about him anymore. I have to get all the resources myself. The key is still clamoring for me to be promoted every day. I don't have training resources, I'm promoted to a hammer. I thought I wanted to join my uncle's mentor at the beginning, but it's a pity that people disliked my aptitude and confiscated it. Hey, it's a pity in my life. In the end, that dead ghost Dean and master missed it. After Zhuoqiuyao babbled a lot, Fang Fan was basically sure about one thing, that is, he is really a talker. And from this meaning, it seems that he is still the disciple of Gao Song, the head of the God of War Academy. It's just that this mouthful of a dead ghost, the headmaster's master, seems to have a lot of resentment. He, Zhuoqiuyao, pretends to be like this, but the meaning he wants to express is very obvious, that is, he is very poor. If there is any opportunity to make a fortune, remember to bring him. For example, he charged tens of billions of places in the tower of the school before. The opportunity to make a fortune is very good. Fang Fan seriously suspects that this guy recruited him to Tiandao Club just to make extra money with him. Well, if there is a chance, I will definitely bring brother Zhuoqiu. Are there any rules in Tiandao society? Or restrictions? I'm lazy. Fang Fan shrugged and made things clear in advance. No, absolutely not. Brother Fang Fan, don't worry. In Tiandao society, you just remember to come to receive the allowance every month. This time I made the decision, let you receive the allowance according to the ministerial level, and receive 1 million star cores every month. If there are any good benefits in the Tiandao Club in the future, they will definitely be given priority to Brother Fang Fan. Hey. Of course, Brother Fang Fan will definitely not care about these bells and whistles. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2388. Zhuoqiuyao was easy to talk, he didn't put on airs at all, he seemed very casual and calm. It's just that the mouth is a little fast. If Fang Fan said one word, he could say 10. So basically Fang Fan was listening, he was talking. By the way, brother Fang Fan, I still have to go to the mission area to get the mission, so let's not talk about it. Hey, born to be tired. The cultivation resources are gone again, and I have to work hard again. Zhuoqiuyao shrugged helplessly, this is the truest state of a normal student. Without a strong background and influence as a support, all resources are basically obtained by oneself. As for the so-called subsidies provided by the academy, they are not enough. If you meet a master who is rich and takes good care of your disciples, it will be better, at least you can subsidize it. If you meet a well-known picky king like Gao Song, the dean of the God of War Academy, then basically it will be useless. Mission area. Can you still do tasks in the academy? Can you earn a star core? Fang Fan's eyes were slightly concentrated. If this is the case, it is indeed a rare opportunity to make a fortune. Of course, otherwise we ordinary students would have starved to death. There are all kinds of missions in the mission area, such as helping the tutor to run errands and clean up, and you can get a little star core. Of course, such a non-dangerous mission basically doesn't have much reward, but it is quite suitable for freshmen to do. I'm not targeting you, brother Fang Fan. According to brother Fang Fan's style, this star core must not be taken seriously by you. In addition, there are many daily tasks of refining pills and refining weapons, and helping the mentors find some special elixir refining materials. The other is the combat missions directly issued by the Temple of the First Class Light Alliance, such as strangling the practitioners of the Dark Camp hidden in the surrounding cities, or going directly to the front line where the light camp and the dark camp are fighting to kill the practitioners of the dark camp. Lots of rewards for. Some reward credits, some directly reward star cores. The higher the difficulty of the task, the richer the reward. I have been relying on these tasks for so many years to continue my life, otherwise I would have been abandoned by the school due to lack of resources. Too difficult. I also want to be like Brother Fang Fan, who can easily buy and sell tens of billions of star cores. It's so cool. Zhou Qiuyeo explained in detail, and by the way, complained about the helplessness of not having a star core. Brother Zhuoqiu, can we freshmen also enter the mission area? I want to meet. If there are good tasks, you can also take a few. Fang Fan squinted his eyes, and then said, although he has nearly 30 billion star cores in his hand, to put it bluntly, these 30 billion star cores were obtained from Murong-Yu's soft food. And he can't just sit and eat like this, he has to find a way to do something. Of course, this is definitely no problem. There are also teams formed individually in the mission area. These teams often act together and can take over those powerful missions. It will be really cool if those missions are completed. If you want to join the team in the mission area later on, I can introduce you to anything. In this area of Guangming Academy, I still have a lot of reputation. Zhou Qiuyao patted his chest and said naturally. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2389. Fang Fan just listened from the sidelines. As for the others, he just kept silent subconsciously. Zhuoqiu is really a chatterbox, he can't stop talking. Fang Fan led the crowd to follow behind Zhuoqiu, and then rushed towards the mission area. The mission area is very popular, and there are students coming and going everywhere, with different expressions on their faces. Those with excited faces should have successfully completed the task, so they feel happy. As for those with depressed faces, they should have failed to complete the task. You all go over and see if there is any task you want to do. Let's continue. Fang Fan glanced around, and then followed suit. Gisha Baipiao and the others looked at each other, and then started watching. This guy Baipiao appeared very active when he entered the mission area. These missions are star cores. Boy Fang Fan, if we give him all the rest and finish it all, wouldn't he be developed? Look at this mission, wow, the bonus is as high as 3 billion star cores. There are still 100,000 credits. Baipiao screamed, and then roared. Fang Fan glanced at it. Good guy, the requirement of this mission is to get back the horn of the poisonous scorpion rhino. The adults of this poisonous scorpion rhinoceros are usually in the holy state, and they like to live in groups. If you don't have the cultivation base of Saint Venerable to take on this task, then you are looking for abuse. If you think you can do it, go for it. Fang Fan pouted, then waved his hand and said. For it. This seems to be a bit difficult. But it's not a big problem. Let's look at the others. This mission seems to be okay, to find 100 whips of the Tianying tiger. Good guy. Who posted this mission? The taste is so strong. Baipiao was stunned for a moment, and the expression on his face changed accordingly. The Tianying tiger is generally between the 3-star sanctuary and the 7-star sanctuary, and basically lives alone, but this species has always been rare. What's the matter? And 100 tiger whips are needed, basically impossible. Fang Fan glanced back and forth in the mission area, looking helpless. The task rewards are high, but the difficulty is high. Fang Fan didn't bother to deal with those with low mission rewards. Can't go up, can't come down. Baipiao was originally full of interest, but finally became a little weak. Brother Fang Fan, there is an interesting mission here. Looking for a handsome young man with a strong body and a beautiful face. Remuneration interview. Wipe. This is too obvious. Tisk tisk tisk, who on earth issued this mission? It's so grandiose. Let me take a look. While talking, Goisha turned the task card over, and there would be the publisher's certification mark on the back. After looking at the back of the task card, Goisha's expression became strange. For it. It seems a bit boring, so I won't gossip, let's look at other things. While Goisha was talking, his eyes couldn't help but focus on Fang Fan, and there was actually a trace of pity in his eyes. Immediately, Goisha stepped forward and patted Fang Fan's shoulder, silently sighing with emotion. Brother Fang Fan, if you want to open up, let's go over there. Goisha shook his head while talking. Fang Fan. I thought about it very much, but what does your gesture mean? Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shuyu. Chapter 2390. Originally, I didn't feel anything, but you are clearly messing with my mentality. Fang Fan took a deep breath, and his lips twitched unnaturally. I really didn't feel anything at first, but now, can I say that I don't care? Brother Gisha, what are you doing so mysteriously? Let me see. Bai Biao raised his eyebrows, and he also became interested, and immediately rushed forward to open the mission card. Then this expression suddenly became constipated. Cough. It's really nothing. Fang Fan boy, what, karma is not good, don't worry about it, let's go over there and have a look, don't look, there is nothing here. Bai Biao has always had a carefree temperament, and he has never been able to hide and pinch what he has to say, but what does this expression want to express now? Fang Fan opened his mouth, unable to complain anymore. What is the entanglement here? You should make it clear. That's it? Let me guess. Originally, Fang Fan really didn't want to go to see this weird mission, but the sneaky look of these two guys really aroused Fang Fan's interest. He really wanted to see who was written on the back of the mission card name. As soon as Fang Fan stepped out, Bai Biao hugged him. Goisha also grabbed his two hands at the side, preventing him from moving. I'll just take a look. What are you doing? What's wrong with the task card? Is there anything I can't see? Fang Fan rolled his eyes, completely convinced. For it. Boy Fang Fan, listen to my advice, don't do that, don't make trouble for yourself. Actually, life is still beautiful, isn't it? As a human being, sometimes it's good to be confused, so don't worry about it so much. Let's let go of some things, let's go for a walk, let's go over there to pick up a task and withdraw quickly. Bai Biao talked a lot, and there were more question marks on Fang Fan's forehead. What shocking secret is hidden behind this mission card? What are you doing? Do you still have this habit? 3 people together. Hug to express friendship. Zhou Qiuyeo had just returned from receiving the mission, and when he saw this scene, he was stupefied. I don't know what these two guys are crazy about today. It's just after reading the name of the mission card. Fang Fan let out a breath of foul air, really unable to complain. Mission card. Looking for a handsome young man with a strong body and a beautiful face. Hey, that's okay. Some people have certain special requirements that I can understand. Everyone is not a saint. It's normal to have a need. Let's see who posted it. This is also a werewolf, so he has no scruples. While talking, Zhou Qiuyeo turned the mission card over. At this moment, Goisha and Bai Biao were furiously winking at Zhou Qiuyao, but he didn't care at all. Murong language. Murong language instructor released it? Oh my god. Yakingja. My goddess mentor. Ah. How so? Zhou Qiuyao roared twice in a decent manner, as if expressing his dissatisfaction. At this moment, Goisha and Bipiao have completely convinced themselves. Pig teammates. I gave you so many winks, can't I see it?